Good morning, Julie. Day 7 of 10 on Jester's Redemption section hike. Now remember, I told you day 7 and day 8 are going to be the hardest days of this journey for you. So go into that this morning ready to win. Those demons are going to be in your head because you've done a lot so far, but you still have a little bit to go. These 2 days, 7 and 8, are going to be the hardest. But again, you are harder than that. I'm proud of you. It is absolutely ridiculous how this has blown up into becoming a thing and how it is having an impact on people around us, right? How many times throughout the last 90 days have I told you we seek to do more so that we can have an impact on the world around us, not just so we can become the strongest versions of ourselves, but we do that so we can have the impact on the world around us. And you're doing that. You are a living example. You are on day 90 of Seek to Do More today. And this morning, I was thinking back to where you were on day 30. It was hard, right? You know, you were ready to kind of give up on yourself. And we had our call and you coached yourself. It was actually wild to watch and to listen to as you coached yourself into continuing on. And now look at where you are because you refused to give up on yourself. You wanted those, and those demons wanted you to quit on yourself. Those demons wanted you to lose, but you said, you know what? I'm not going to let them win. And look at where you are now. The amount of mental gains, along with the physical gains you've had over the last 60 days since we had that call, are just mind-blowing. You're in a new place in life. And that place is actually where you used to be, which is exactly what your goal was coming into the program. And you've put in the work to get there. And it's just so freaking great. Seeing you back on the trail. Day 7 today is 7 days in a row, back to back to back to back to back. That's what backpackers do. That's what Jester does. And you're out there doing it. And you're showing everybody else that you can do it too. And it all comes back to because of the fact that you refuse to quit on yourself. And that is so powerful. So often in life, we all just kind of give up too soon. We give up at the first hurdle. But you did not, and look at where it's taken you. You're right back to where you want to be. So freaking proud of you. Have a great day in the woods today. I'll be here shoveling in the snow-covered Adirondack Mountains. We got probably, 6 inches of snow last night. So some sound of snow for all of you who don't have snow. But all right, Jester, have a fantastic day 7. Proud of you. Enjoy the woods.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the podcast and welcome to day number 7 of Jester's Redemption section hike, 10 days, 50 miles, 1 local adventure. And I have found my way today over to my favorite place in the park. And I decided to take a nice little rest over here, chill out today, and record from this spot. I've been listening to the birds. It's really breezy today. It's a nice, calm, relaxing day on trail, and the temperature is absolutely perfect. It's overcast skies. It's probably 58 degrees, and it has been fantastic. And I want to give a shout out to James in the message. James, you are up there shoveling snow and still making it happen. I truly appreciate you and your messages that you have been sending me on a daily basis. They fuel me to continue to get out and do what I got to do. And y'all, today, day 7, let me start off with some shout outs. Want to give a shout out to Wheezy P at RVA Hiker Girl. Y'all, yesterday for them in their 10-day 50-mile challenge. Both of them gutted it out. Their 5 miles in the rain yesterday, not awesome conditions. I salute both of you. I've been spoiled this whole time down here in Charlotte, North Carolina. The spring is alive. Things are coming alive in the woods. It's vibrant, and I have not had any rain, but we would come out anyway, so I commend you all. And in fact, I already heard from Wheezy P this morning. She was out on her 5-mile hike again this morning, and the trail was flooded. So her and her dog Boots already had to turn around, but they're going to go somewhere else and make it happen somewhere else. So shout out to you all. I truly appreciate you all joining me on this and expanding this beyond Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's see here. I've made some more notes. Want to give some thank yous for some more comments that you guys are sending me. I'm telling y'all are flooding me with the comments, and I love it. They inspire me. I read each and every one of them, and I try to respond to each and every one of them. But this comment comes from Halfway Point Shop from YouTube. Halfway Point Shop says, "Keep inspiring us, Jester. Just keep going." Halfway Point Shop, that is the plan. The next message, again, over on YouTube, comes from Sue, aka Young Nana. She says, "Go Jester." And Sue was actually on the podcast back in the spring of 2022, I believe. I don't know her episode number. She has section hiked and completed the New England Trail up there where James is, not as far as New York, but up there in that area. The next message comes from Sean Knights. This comes from Facebook. He says, "You should feel pain during challenges, otherwise we are not progressing. We depend on our determination and strength, but our faith integrates into every part of our being." And Sean, thank you so much for reaching out and giving me those words of inspiration. And again, Sean Knights has also been on the podcast. He was one of my first guests that I had on in, I believe, January or February of 2023. And y'all, this message made me laugh. It gave me inspiration. And Brad Killer on Facebook, this is what he said on one of the reels that I put out there. He said, "You are looking younger. Keep going strong, my friend." Well, you know what, Brad? Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel younger. Even in 7 days, I feel younger. I feel awesome in my hiking outfit. And y'all, I just rubbed my hand over the mic, so I apologize about that. Brad, you made my evening last night. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I wanted to let y'all know I got my pack right here, and I did some more housekeeping on my pack in my fanny pack. And what I mean by that is I added this morning my 30-degree sleeping bag and my sleeping pad. So I've added some more weight to the pack. And my goal is by Sunday that I will pretty much have everything I need in my pack to go out a night or two. So it's feeling good. I'm getting in that rhythm where you put the pack on and it doesn't feel overwhelming. And today, I cannot emphasize enough. Man, I've just been moseying today. I'm tired and I'm sore, but I'm still doing it. And it's no different than being out on trail, being out on a section hike. You have no choice. When you get up in the morning, you pack up your tent, you put everything away, and you keep walking. So that is what we are doing today. And today is a very special day. So today is day 90 of the Seek to Do More challenge. And I started this challenge on January 1st of this year. And today is exactly the 90-day point. And I weighed this morning. So 90 days, I'm building strength. Y'all know what's happened to me mentally. I'm purging, I'm cleansing, I'm getting things out. I'm feeling tremendously better even since yesterday. And as of this morning, I've dropped 12 pounds. So I'm really happy with that. And my pack, almost fully loaded right now. I've got 1-liter water bottles in here, and I don't even think it weighs 12 pounds. So I am really happy about that. Things are clicking along, and it has not been easy. And y'all, I almost quit on day 30 of this challenge. And James, in his message this morning, talked about, what I did is right before day 30, when I knew James and I were going to have a call, is I emailed James a real cop-out email. I mean, it was something to the effect of, James, I really appreciate it. I think the program's great, yada, yada. I'm just, moving on, whatever. And I think this is what I said. I don't really know if I have the finances to keep going with the program. And y'all, that was a lie. It was a lie. I was just sabotaging myself, which y'all have learned that is what I do. And then James, I didn't know what he was going to write back. I didn't know if he was going to say, that's cool, whatever, no reason to talk on Monday then. I really appreciate it. But no, James reached back out and he said, I understand, but yeah, let's still chat on Monday or whatever day it was. I'm just saying Monday for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what day it was. And when we chatted, we had one of the best talks. I think James records our Zoom sessions. It would be interesting to hear exactly what I said on that Zoom session, because after I got done talking with him, I realized I was quitting on myself again. 30 days into something that I had committed to, quitting again. And by the end of the call, I realized I'm not doing that. I'm in this, I'm going to keep going. And I guess I wanted to quit because it was hard. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about anything like that. It was hard, and it is hard, and it continues to be hard. But the reward that you reap, y'all are hearing me talk these days of things that I've been going through and the changes that I've been making and dealing with this injury and coming out of it and moving forward. Honestly, I cannot imagine where I would be right now at this point. I would not be doing this challenge if I would have stopped all those 30 days. That's clear. I don't know what I would be doing. I don't know if I would be stronger. I don't know if I would still be having these battles that I didn't want to talk about. Who knows? But I'm glad I kept going. And today is day 90. I'm excited. I'm really pumped up about that. So I look ahead and I go, well, what's next? And day 91, that's tomorrow. So we are going to keep going. And I did write some things down that I do want to focus on for the next, set of days until the end of the school year. I want to, number one, I'm going to keep going, day 91. And I want to tighten up my diet even more. I want to get back into, I actually miss my strength training that I've been doing over the last 90 days, because during these 10 days, I've been hiking, recovering, trying to eat as clean as possible and take care of my foot. I haven't done the strength training that I had been doing during the week, and I actually missed my trap bar. So James, you'll be happy about that. I want to become even more consistent with my foot strengthening. I want to do more hiking. I want to focus more on my mental strength, and I want to do more learning. So that is what I'm looking forward to in the next set of days that are coming up. Day 91, day 92. Y'all get the picture. We are not stopping at day 90. And even this morning, I was reflecting on, typically in the past, if I made it to a certain point, hey, let's celebrate day 90. The first thing I would want to do is celebrate with food and celebrate with a big gorging meal of pizza, spaghetti, all the desserts. And today my mind is like, no, we are going to celebrate by keeping going, keeping the streak going where you've been eating proper. You have been, drinking your water. You've been getting all the protein in that you are supposed to be getting in to help you fulfill what you want to do. So that's what I'm going to do. So I am celebrating today, day 90, celebrating tomorrow, day 91. I'm celebrating the fact that I no longer, eventually I'm going to eat pizza. I don't know when, or I'm going to have spaghetti, something of that nature. And I don't even know if I like it anymore, honestly, but I'm going to have some type of dessert. That is, as James would say, not now. So we're not ruling it out of anything. Again, with my diet, James never said, don't eat this, don't eat this, don't eat this. What he did say is you need to start getting X amount of protein on a daily basis, X amount of water. So I'm not on some crazy diet where everything in my life has been eliminated. I know 100% I would not have stuck to that. So that wraps out that. But something this morning, I'm laughing. One of the last things I wrote is that I wanted to do more learning. And I love YouTube, and James calls it YouTube University. You know, obviously I have my podcast on YouTube. I have my business channel on YouTube, Jester Wallace Productions, with my business partner, Austin Wallace. We have a YouTube channel. So I am on YouTube quite frequently. And whenever I want to learn something, like for example, I learned how to start editing the podcast on YouTube. Tutorials, different things, pretty much self-taught myself how to do this. And I was just looking at YouTube and looking at everything that's been recommended to me. This time of year, I am in that hiking algorithm where I start seeing everybody who's announcing their hikes, and I start seeing, and I wrote some of this stuff down. So everybody's putting videos out there now, new gear for 2024. Or gear I no longer hike with in 2024, or gear I'm throwing in the trash from 2023, or this tent versus that tent, or my 2024 gear shakedown hike. And this morning, while I was just reflecting and looking at YouTube, I came up with some different things that maybe we should talk about. And I wrote down some titles, and I want to share this with you guys. And feel free to steal any one of these titles because I'm absolutely serious. So I'm just going to read these off to you. So I wrote down, what about how I'm going to take care of my body on the trail in 2024? Another one, how I'm going to prepare my feet for the trail in 2024. Another one, my hiking foot care strength routine in 2024. Another one, how I'm preparing my mind for, and y'all can fill in the blank, for Appalachian Trail in 2024. Another one, why strength training is important for my hiking goals in 2024. Another one, my gear is not going to get me anywhere on the trail in 2024 if my body is not ready. Here's another one, that body versus this body in 2024. James, you can do that one for sure. Another one, and this might be my favorite, my feet are my firm foundation for hiking in 2024. And y'all know how they have those announcement videos out there. I'm announcing I'm doing the Appalachian Trail. And then they give you all their gear and all that stuff. This one, I announced my 2024 transformation from hiking fat to fit. So that one I like too. I announced my 2024 transformation from hiking fat to fit. This is a fun one. Honey buns, Pop-Tarts, and Little Debbie's will get me nowhere up the trail in 2024. So y'all, this morning, I was just having fun on YouTube, and I was like, we as hikers should really be talking about how we're getting our bodies ready, how we're getting our mind ready. Because when you go out on a hike for 6 months, if your mind is not ready, you're going to quit. And James mentioned yesterday, yes, it is true. I think 70% of the people that start the Appalachian Trail quit by the time they get to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. If they start in the southern terminus at Springer Mountain, and I believe it's just under or maybe right at 200 miles to the Smokies, 70% of the people that have started, that have made their I'm hiking the Appalachian Trail in 2024 videos, they're gone, they're home. And a lot of it is injury. A lot of it is mental. They miss their families. A lot of it is nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with their gear. I was thinking about videos that I've started watching and learning from people. I learn a lot from ultra runners, hybrid athletes, and bodybuilders. Because if you start watching ultra runners, they are always talking about their fuel, what fuels them to do their mileage for the day, their recovery, what they're doing for recovery, how they're building their body for their next 50 miler, 100 miler, whatever they're getting ready to do. And they talk about, a lot of them talk about everything but their gear. And maybe right before the race, as they've been building for the last 6-8 months, they'll talk about their kit, their running kit, what they're taking with them, their required gear that particular race requires. And I've really been getting into watching, these hybrid athletes, people that strength train and run, or strength train and hike. Like James, for example, he's a power lifter. He loves to lift weights, but he also loves to hike. And that strength is what gets him to hike. And if you watch bodybuilders, I don't really watch bodybuilders, to watch them build their physique. I like to hear them talk about what they're eating, a lot of protein, how they're fueling their body for their workouts. That's what interests me. And I would love to see hikers start doing this. Kind of like I've been doing this week, telling you how I'm getting myself ready mentally, losing weight, strength, all that stuff that comes with it, putting my pack on. I haven't talked a ton about nutrition, and I probably need to, and maybe that's something I'll focus on over the next few days. But just wanted to throw that out there that, hikers are funny, and I watch all the videos, and I love them, but man, we talk about our gear constantly, our new things and this, that, and the other. But it's all tongue-in-cheek, but I'm serious about these titles that hikers could really start talking about how they are prepping. I found one video this morning. I actually typed in some of these titles just to see what would pull up. And it's a lot of trail runners that pull up when I type in these titles, even though I put in the word hiking. I did find one guy that I think I typed in how I'm preparing my mind for whatever trail. I think I put in the Appalachian Trail. His title almost matched that, or actually it was how I'm preparing my body for my Appalachian Trail through hike. That's what I typed in. And the whole video, he just talked about his gear. So it was interesting. But I'm gonna do some research. And but like I said, feel free to use any one of these titles because I'm dead serious. I think we as hikers do not talk about our strengthening our bodies because we're out on the trail. If you go out on a through hike, you're out there 6 months, and guys lose anywhere, 30, 40, 50 pounds. Females, we lose less weight. We tend to build more muscle, but our bodies break down when we go on long section hikes, long through hikes. I think over time, that's really what happened to me because I was not worried about my nutrition. I was just eating junk from the gas station. So I'm thinking about these titles, and maybe I'll address a few of these titles, but y'all, honestly, today, I'm just really calm. I'm really happy. I am sitting in my favorite spot. I've got my legs crossed. I'm just looking out over the spur trail. The wind is blowing. I'm just happy, very happy. So day 7 is going to be in the books here in about 1.5 miles. Again, I cannot leave this episode without saying thank you to each and every one of you for listening, for cheering me on, for commenting, for getting out there and doing your own challenge. This has been an exceptional 7 days. Day 90, check. Day 7, 35 miles into this challenge. We can put a big check on that one. And y'all, I counted up this morning. Starting tomorrow, I will be 69 days away from June 12th and the start of my summer hiking season. So here we go, everybody. I'm getting ready to pack up, put my backpack back on, put my fanny pack back on, absorb this last mile and a half. And we'll see you tomorrow. Happy section hiking.